FedNow is the federal government's way of right now we have what's called SWIFT, which is the banking intermediary, right? So if you buy something with your Wells Fargo credit card at Target, it goes through SWIFT. Okay.
Okay.
They want to do away with that. And they want the FedNow program to take over. Well, the challenge is SWIFT has no legal right to stop a payment, right? They can advise you that there's a payment that gives concern, right? But they can't decline a payment because they disagree with the purchase.
Right. Which makes
FedNow,
sense.
yes, the FedNow program. So if you're in New York State after July and you go to purchase a gas stove, the federal government actually can intercede. If
Wow.
you're traveling too much and they think that maybe your green, your carbon footprint, they can decline that purchase in saying it's for climate because this president has declared the climate the thing that's going to end all humanity. So they've got this FedNow program that, it started in 2019. It got just totally bastardized by the Biden administration. And now here we are, and we're seeing how they're going after conservatives. And my concern is who is going to be the oversight of FedNow since nobody is watching the Federal Reserve, right? They're pretty much, they run on their own.
You'd think that no matter what side of the aisle you're on, you would be concerned about this because let's say we enact Fed now under this administration, and of course the lefties love that because it's a lefty administration. But okay, let's say the next president is someone that the left disagrees with. Let's say it's Donald Trump. Now, Fed now still exists, so theoretically, Donald Trump could say, "Hey, you can't use this for anything related to gender ideology, or you can't use this for anything." So everybody should be opposed to this, no matter what your political leanings are. Would you agree with
Everyone,
that?
everyone. And I checked in this Constitution, because I always carry it around with me.
Yeah, I got mine somewhere
In
back here.
nowhere did it, in nowhere did it say the federal government had a right to decide on what you spent your money on
Yeah,
or
I
how you spend your money. But can you imagine in the political season of 2024, and all of a sudden every Republican campaign suddenly their banks aren't working.
yeah, you go to buy a
I
"Make
have a
America
I
Great
have
Again" hat, and you can't. Wow.
that. So then you've got this happening at the same time that we've got this central bank digital currency discussion happening, right?
Right.
What the central bank digital currency wants to do is take away actual dollars, the legitimate currency, and
Right.
put it into digital, which only then gives the Fed now more power, right? Since if you were to go and withdraw all your money, Dave, and bury it in the backyard, right, in coffee cans, but tender, the paper tender is no longer valid, like they did in Venezuela. Remember, everybody went to bed down a Friday night in Venezuela and they woke up Saturday morning and they were broke. Rich
Wow.
people, poor people, everybody. We're moving in that direction very quickly and no one's paying attention. Then you take and you couple FedNow, the central bank digital currency, and then you add BRICS to it. And BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India,
Yeah.
China, and South America. And they have aligned to say that the US currency is no longer the most desirable currency to trade and devaluing the US dollar. So, and our administration is just sitting by going, well, the redistribution of wealth is a great thing, right? It's got to be a global reset. No, it's not in here. I checked. There's no thing for turning over our sovereignty. And people forget the Constitution is what we as a people agreed to let the government do and not do.
Right.
And this, and I say the uniparty, I've got no love right now for Washington. They're apoplectic. It was, and I kept telling everybody in the previous when I was running for Congress that this is lame duck, right? That all the grandiose promises, and this is where the Republicans fall down on themselves constantly. You make bold, big promises in campaigns that you have no way of actually executing.
Yeah.
And then we look like in 2 years, we're epic failures because Kevin McCarthy took the House, and he can't even get Biden to sit down and have a discussion about the debt ceiling.